How are you doing today?
I'm
I
good.
am
How are
so
you doing?
excited to be here. I know Jaycee is as
I know,
well.
I'm really
And
excited.
we are here because there is an awesome retreat and event coming up called the Secret Garden 2026 retreat. And Jaycee is a returning guest instructor. So excited to have you along with this. And please let us know where you are joining us from. I see Kim from Maryland, and I see Jenko 2555, who is paired from Jaycee's channel. And let us know where you are joining us from and if you have any questions for Jaycee. And Jaycee is here because thank you so much for joining us, Jaycee.
Yeah, of course. It's always good to be back.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm Amy from Altenew, and I am here to kind of lead us along with Jaycee. He's going to also maybe make a little card for us in just a moment. We'll be talking about that as well. But this is, how many times have you done retreats with us? I feel like you've done a lot of them. I'm not asking you to count because I don't think I can either.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a lot, but I mean, it's always it's good to be invited back, and to always have the interaction. So as long as y'all have me back, I'll keep teaching. I think as long as you all supply the products, I'll keep teaching them as well. So it's always good to be here, and of course, it's good to have you as my moderator this time.
Absolutely. Always a fun. When you get the two scientists in the room, also wearing black and cat fur on them. As we just started this live, please share this out and let people know that we are having an awesome time with Jaycee, and we're going to be talking with him for the next hour. And I'd love to know, Jaycee, since you are been doing this quite a bit, do you have any sort of advice for our newbies? Anybody who's like, this is your first time? And I'd love to know in the chat if this is your first time doing a retreat or have you not signed up yet? Could let us know. So what are some tidbits or piece of advice you have for somebody who's doing a retreat? Maybe it's their first time, or maybe it's they're a repeater as well.
Yeah, I would say for those of you who haven't signed up yet, or this is your first retreat, don't be intimidated. It's so fun. It's really nice to look at the chat. I encourage you to interact with us. I know everybody crafts at their own pace, and maybe you don't have time to interact with the chat. Interact with the Facebook group. Post your projects on social media. It's always good to see what everybody's making at their own pace, or maybe you're crafting along. So newbies, welcome. And if it's your first Secret Garden retreat and your first crafting retreat, it's going to be a good time. That's why I love doing them myself. As for season, I think we've been doing Secret Garden for 3 years, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I feel like it might be 4.
Yeah.
And it would have to be 2021. No, 3. I think we started Secret Garden in 20. Oh my God, I know what year it is.
Well, either way, for those of you who are returning year after year, like, I still really enjoy it. Altenew's floral products are some of the best, of course, in our opinions, and it's refreshing with what's in the kit. So. I love teaching it every year, and I'm really excited, especially for this kit, because we get to have our own personal input as to what we want to see and what we want to teach. So season, first timers, it's going to be a good time. I'm excited. And it's linked, right? We have it linked in the description for YouTube on the Altenew side and on my side.
Yes, and Mitzi is behind the badge, so she just put it up. And Jaycee, she just put up a $30 discount code.
Oh, fabulous. There you go.
Jaycee 26 Live. So you can get $30 off that sign up, and that's only valid until Friday.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's something that I would say, this is like, if you're on the fence at all, this is why we're kind of here talking with Jaycee. And you mentioned also that you had an input into the products.
That's right.
So what was it? Did you have like an inspiration? Which thing did you kind of go for, and what was your inspiration behind that?
Yeah, I mean, I won't really reveal, right? I think that's the secret of the Secret Garden is you all have seen the products. It's all, I think you can kind of see what is in the kit, but I won't tell you which class I'm teaching. However, the theme this time, the mood was like back to the Secret Garden novel itself. So I was getting like very serene vibes, very antique feeling vibes. So when I put the input for what I wanted to see in the designs this year, I wanted something that felt much more peaceful, but just maybe some interactivity. Maybe there's a series because it's an anthology. It's a chapter-like feeling that I was going for.
Yeah.
That'll be my little mystery to you all. I encourage you to sign up if you want to see what we've made. And yeah, it's kind of related to that with what I'm making today. We'll talk about some other items in the kit as well. So.
Oh, yeah. And it's a lot. And these kits are always, they come with so much because you're getting die sets, you're getting stamp sets, and you are getting sentiment sets and stencil sets.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, if you are a die lover, this kit, I saw the products for it. I'm like, what? There's like die set upon die set upon die set. And they're all different. But I also feel like they're timeless. And you use the word anthology in series. And you can see that where you have, you know, something like, hey, you have the spring volume, and then you can use this for another season or another piece and use them all throughout the year. And you're going to keep reaching for these because the pieces work so well, not just together, but also with a lot of other stuff that Altenew does. And so that's what I think is cool about this. And then you mentioned that there's a Facebook group, and that's, I kind of like that part because I feel like that's the community piece. And it's not just like you just do the retreat, see you later, sayonara. It's like that Facebook group is there. You're able to interact with the wonderful 6 instructors. You go on, you put in your inspiration, and then anybody who signed up for the retreat also puts in their inspiration. And is that something you do? Do you like get inspiration also from seeing what other people do with your designs or how they take and case your stuff as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the interaction. You know, folks, I'm a little bit more active on Instagram than I am on Facebook. But when people share their projects and tag me, you know, like it's always nice to see that dynamic, or maybe ways that I could teach differently. You know, it's always such an evolving process, and year after year after year, like back to the kit itself, I feel like it just gets better and better. Like you mentioned, it all does really work together so beautifully. And yeah, I'm really excited to not only teach with, you know, 5 other wonderful instructors, 5 other instructors. I mean, I feel like I see them regularly on other platforms. So I'm like, yeah, I see them all the time. But it's always good to see them, and amazing, amazing work from the other instructors as well. Oh, and of course, Tasneem, you know, owner of Altenew. So yeah, it'll be a good time.
No, it's great. And that's what I love too, is that you're having, and it's like a nice little 90-minute in, you know, one-on-one in the class, and you really get to hear. And then what's awesome is because these classes are recorded and then they're put onto what I think is probably the one best thing that Altenew ever came up with, which was Altenew Academy. And by having Altenew Academy, those videos are there. They're not there for a year. There's no time limit on them. I asked Jen Raza one time, I'm like, so is there a time limit? And she's like, nope, because Altenew Academy is never going away. And so you can log in and you can see those videos. You can replay them. If you're like, hey, I missed Jaycee a little bit, you can go in and you can replay that video 5, 10, whatever years from now and see Jaycee doing those same things. And I think that that's really neat too. Is all of the materials and all of the stuff that's done with that. So I'd love to know in the comments if you are a repeater. Have you been to Secret Garden? Have you had a class with Jaycee before? Because you just did the Timeless Botanicals, and then you did the stamp wheel, which we talked about in December, I believe. Yes. Before Jaycee. So lots of classes going around, but I'm really excited. And I am really excited to see, because you're giving us a little bit of a sneak preview today. Is that
That's right? That's right.
I would love to, because I want to make sure, I know everybody's over there like, oh, we'd like to see what the heck is in this kit. What am I spending all this for? So we'd love to see. I'm going to go ahead and transfer it over to you if you want to tell us what you're going to be making for us today. This, again, is a little sneak peek. This is not what Jaycee is going to be doing in the class, which means that you get even more, which is awesome. Yeah. So this is just a little sneak peek, but he's going to be using some of the stuff in there.
Yeah, so. That's right. So I'll switch it down to my overhead camera real quick. And what I've got to showcase,
I did it again. I'm so sorry. I'm going to flip this.
That's okay. I'm going to put this right here. And this actually gives me the perfect opportunity. I only have one of the chat windows open, and it's on mine. Okay. So let me open up the Altenew one, because I just want to make sure I'm capturing all the questions on my side too. The Altenew channel.
And by the way, if you have any specific questions for Jaycee, let me know in the chat. And we have Mitzi behind the badge. And let people know that you're having a little bit of a fun crafting time with Jaycee. And you can see this amazing die set that he is going to be playing with us today. And if you're like, I want to see more, you can always check out on the Altenew YouTube channel. If you go to lives, and you can see where we've had other interviews with the amazing instructors that are going to be coming up in the Secret Garden Retreat.
Yeah, perfect. And I think I'm one of the last ones. So I think I don't know. But there, yeah. Anyway, this is what we've got, Vines and Blooms die set. So this is one of the exclusive dies contained within the Altenew Secret Garden Retreat kit this year. And honestly, like my first impression of this, with the floral motifs in here and a little bit of this cascading vine, is oh, I don't have my other camera, I'm sorry, is I was thinking of a specific proven winners recipe that I've used in my own garden. And I've been looking for like the perfect petunia for a little bit. And this was really it. So I was really excited to use this in for this little bonus session, I guess, this little preview, because it's inspired by my own garden and a recipe, I guess is what you would call them, for like a thriller, spiller, and filler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thriller, spiller, yeah. And yeah, just to get that perfect palette. So I already die cut a few of the pieces in this set. Oh, let me just open it real quick. So the nice thing, of course, is that the keyhole alignment system is in use in this Vines and Blooms die set. And you can arrange it just like this, where you get this bundle of vines, and here's that completed image. If you want to use the vines separately, there are 3 additional die images down here that cover up that keyhole alignment, but we're going to go a little bit crazy with this die set. Like I mentioned, this is inspired by my own garden and by a recipe, right, for a container that involves some like colors that I'm not really used to using, and I kind of wanted to challenge myself during the Secret Garden Retreat to do something that I don't usually do, So okay, and then there's all these petunia images down here as well, with their flower centers that's nicely laid out for you on this nice acetate sheet. So here's your keyhole, your flowers on this side. So won't go into that too much more, because I'd like to really get started on that card. So here's that sample on the back, which I love. Okay.
I love the fact that you're right. You can just use that as vines. And then if you wanted to, you could put the flowers in. And we have Robin, he was saying that this is going to be the second, I hope, Secret Garden Retreat, and calling you an awesome teacher, which I agree, which is why we keep asking you back.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's good that you're joining us again, and I look forward to seeing you there. So on this tray, on my Altenew craft mat, I have my 9x12 sticky mat grid, which is definitely well loved. Viewers on my channel will know him as Wilbur. And I've got on this tray here some unusual colors. So I die cut this grouping of images in, let me take a look here. Hold on. Sicilian Amber, and then this is Lemonade Stand. And what I base this off of are 2 proven winners varieties of vines, but essentially they are a coleus that has like a really vibrant red tip to it, and then a potato vine, or Ipoema, and it's got this brown base again with that lovely red vine. And I'm trying to stick to ink colors that are also suggested for the kit. Hopefully all of the instructors, we've tried to stick to a specific color palette or grouping of colors. If you don't have them, of course, during the live session, we'll recommend others. So don't be intimidated with that as well. If you are still thinking about attending, that you don't need all of the things that we're supplying to you aside from the kit, which of course is included. But alternative colors are going to be really key for you. Like, we understand that not everybody has the many colors that Altenew has. So we'll be suggesting alternatives along the way. So let's just start ink blending on these. Again, this is cut from Lemonade Stand. And I don't know if I'm going to be using all of these images. I kind of just wanted to get that color feeling the same. So I have a bright, vibrant base here. And with Martian Terrain Fresh Dye ink set, I'll use burnt red and just apply a nice little gradient or wash of this to bases of leaves or vines, just to get some color variation on this and some nice dimension. This is the Altenew mini ink blending tool that I'm using. And it's just the perfect size to get, just a solid foundation of color and gradient on all of these images.
And it's so quick too. Like that's why I love that mini blending tool. And I have to say, this is giving me such like fall vibes. I totally hit that this was like sweet potato vine. I'm like, yep, that's potato vine. But I love these together. And then because you're using the lemonade stand paper, which there's paper that comes in the kit, but then there's also add-on paper and add-on inks, which is really neat.
Correct. Yeah.
And Mitzi, there's a question in the chat about if there's an Altenew gift like we received in the Cozy Comfort. I don't know because I am not sure. So that is, if you ever have any questions about the kit or what's in the kit or anything at all, you always can email customer service at Altenew. They are fabulous, absolutely fabulous. But this looks gorgeous. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The specific plant that I was referring to was Color Blaze Sedona Sunset. And yeah, I really wanted something in my home that was like this color. I didn't know how to pair it with anything, like pairing plants and perfect pairings with Jaycee on the Altenew channel, like completely different like thought processes.
Yeah.
So I did rely solely on the color recipe that was on the website. And I was shocked. I thought I did this last year, and then I looked at my archive of like all the plant tabs that I keep, and I actually did it 2 years ago, so I don't have a photo of it. Otherwise, I would share it. But yeah, it was just a shockingly nice blend of colors once it all started to fill in nicely, during the midsummer. And I have a full sun area in my garden, so these plants were sort of the perfect location to get really healthy blooms and really vibrant blends of color. So anyway, that's that. And let me just quickly show how to layer these. So just like any keyhole alignment system, you kind of follow the order that's shown in the alignment guide. But in this case, and I'm kind of just grabbing these layers haphazardly because, there really is no right way to layer these, but you kind of look through the keyhole opening like this, get these all aligned. Let's see. And then there's like a final layer that covers up that alignment so that it's like this nice full cascading vine. So if you've never seen the keyhole alignment system, that's really all there is to it. Craft a Flower series is a great one to showcase on that. Or Creative Cuts is the other one. So many ways to make it easy and accessible to layer these images. So let me get these off of here, let them dry back a little bit. And this will be like a quick card to showcase. I don't know about you, Amy, but I could really spend a long time on ink blending, and
forever.
We're not doing that today.
It's so relaxing too. It's like one of those things. I just like to die cut, and then I love what you do too here because you don't have to build the base color because you're already using the paper because that has it.
Exactly.
You are a master at mixing colors as well, like this. Like I would have put like another like dark yellow on there, but I'm like, you're right. The burnt red looks great with the lemonade.
Yeah, it was just like the perfect match for that color palette that I was referring to in the plant itself. So then these images were intended to look like the sweet potato vine. So coleus, then sweet potato vine. It was called Sweet Caroline Red Hawk. Brown base with these like purple, almost red purple tips to them. So I was really shocked. I was like, how do I even use these together? But sometimes Secret Garden, you just got to trust the process. Anything really happens during the live sessions. So I thought mahogany bark was pretty close to what I was thinking, and going to do the same thing. Just a quick little swipe of this color along the base, maybe I'll take it just a little bit further up to the tip of the leaf to get a little bit more contrast, have this more bright yellowish red down here. Maybe I want a little bit of a darker brown here. So kind of just see what happens. And I did not try this card before I made it. It was just all in theory. So we're going to see what happens.
I'm with you. Sometimes I dream designs. I don't know how anyone else is out there, but sometimes like stuff just comes to me, or I see something and I'm very inspired. And like you said, like you're really thinking about your container plants and like what you put in them. And I'm assuming, just going to double check, these are all annuals for you, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So they go to sleep, and it's just nice to, I don't know why I think about it so hard like this. It's just like, okay, thank you for the amazing season. And yeah, and for just a beautiful view. And then I'm like, okay, I'm at peace with that.
We're in the doldrums of winter right now.
Yeah.
I live in New England, so we actually get a mud season. I don't know if you get that where you are.
Oh,
but,
no.
Mud season is the worst. And that's what comes up in March and April when the snow starts melting. And the ground is too hard, so the water can't go into the ground.
Interesting. Okay. Mud season. Now I know something about the Northeast.
You just never get out of boots. That's what it is. Oh my gosh. I love this too. And I wouldn't have thought about mahogany bark because, like you said, it's all like I would think about it as red, but because you have it on the green paper, no, it's not even green paper.
This one is Sicilian amber. So yeah, it's like, it's got that slightly cooler brown tone to it, But that was just another idea for the layer. So even just together, really stark, really contrasting the feeling of this. Then let me just wipe this off real quick, get these off to the side and let them dry. And then the third element to this container is the flowers, or the flower piece of it. Now, I did adopt mine just slightly. The Proven Winners recipe that was listed on their website included begonias, but begonias are, for me, like in this dry, hot area of my garden where I had these containers, they would have wilted, or I would have had to water it a lot more. And so I opted for, did I say begonias? Yeah, so begonias is what it called for. I put petunias instead, because you get so much color with it, but I picked something similar. And so that's really where this element came in. So these are the flower cuts that are in the die set. I cut these from Coral Berry. I wrote these all down and then I lost the sticky note. It is not on this one. I think it's Coral Berry. And then this is
Coral Berry.
Yeah.
That does. Could you do me a favor? Do you have it right next to you? Could you show us that die set again, or just the cover of it?
Absolutely.
And this is one of the amazing sets that just come as part of the retreat package. And this is like, you're not even going to use this in your class, right? This is just for this time right now. So again, this set is great with the Secret Garden retreat. And it's so much and packed with so much. And you can see how you can use this in so many different ways. Look at all the dies that are in there. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just like how this could definitely supplement. What was the recent Craft Your Life? Arched foliage.
Oh,
it's got that same feeling to it. Perfect. This would go perfect with that.
It's Astro approved. He's watching you right now.
I know. I was looking. I was like, hello. I was going to start being my crazy, like how I talk to my cats. But y'all don't need to see that. Let me just get this on here. And on this tray, I've also got one of the angled brushes. This is the number 5 size. I kind of just grabbed whatever already had red ink on it. So whatever that is. And this is blush cardstock. I think I mentioned that. And in the recipe, it was begonias, and the color palette on that. Oh, and these are the flower centers. I'll glue them down in a moment. They were tropical shades, and but I used Super Bell's Tropical Punch. Tangerine Punch is the ones that I used. So I don't know. I feel like I'm referring to all these plants as if like they're like easily accessible, but it makes the most sense to me as far as color sense and color inspiration because yeah, it was a challenging palette to use just for my comfort level. You know,
Mhm.
orange is I don't know about Amy. Orange is hard for me. Purple is the same way. It just gives too much Halloween.
Yeah.
And so
You
I
got
started
it.
incorporating.
It sways to campy, right? It starts to go to campy. And
Yeah,
so, and like, you have to kind of be careful with it. And I like the fact that you're mentioning like that your inspiration is coming, and that's so true for you, coming from nature and what you actually see and experience. Because you're right, coleus is like, there's so many different coleus out there, and then some of them can be crazy. It's not my favorite, but they do have very varied like different groupings of color with them. So it probably would be a good one to check out as well. I
yeah,
could do that.
yeah. Great place for inspiration. I
Mhm.
mean, I know for me, luckily, a lot of it is in my own personal garden or
Yeah.
my own home garden. But, you know, it's just fun. Around this time of year, I get really excited and I look at the all my favorite websites for buying plants and you know looking at what's new in the year and just like crafting products it's sort of the same way you know um,
Mhm.
just to see what's new and how to adorn your space and stuff like that so yeah let's see. I will add ruby red to create those really vibrant tips that are characteristic of begonia, at least in the variety that they recipe mentioned in the recipe. And with the angled brush, I'm just trying to create a really bold gradient at the tips of the petals, just to you know spice this up a little bit, create some dimension, make it a little bit real, but also you know a little bit whimsical, a little bit fun. Um, and just creating a serene landscape, you know, something that you could look out of, you know, your kitchen window, um, admire the space. And it was just a feeling and a scene that I was trying to recreate from my own garden and my own home. Uh,
No, I love this. And I can see how quick this is going on because I'm looking at it first like, oh my God, this is going to take us 30 minutes. Come on, JC. But it's with the angled brush, and this is from the detail blending brush grouping, and it's really nice because it goes on so quick. And they have 3 sizes in that set, which is really neat. And you're using, I think, the tiniest size.
yes,
Grab
this is
my
the
set.
number 5. I think I have,
Grabbing mine too.
and,
Just double checking.
this is
Yeah.
my, I'm too scared to open it right now, set.
I know. Is that the fancy set? The one that has like gold in it? Like I have my old one. That's what I have as well. These are always near me. They're great. Oh yeah.
They're fantastic. 7, 5, and 10. So, yep, I have the smallest size.
Yeah. And it's perfect for this. It's just perfect for like just exactly what you're doing is adding a little bit of color. And you can just see just that tiny bit is adding so much dimension. And this is a little bit of a trust the process, but you can kind of see it on there. And Wilbur's doing a great job holding everything down.
That's right. Like, obviously, I have never felt the need to use any of my replacements. I have a backup of a backup. And I think, actually, I don't want to lie. I thought there was one in the kit, but I'm not sure. It might be part of the add on tools that are supplied. Um, but yeah, I mean, I use it all the time for everything. Um,
Yeah, I know. I just got the 9x12, having moved up from the smaller one, and I'm like, I don't know why I waited so long. And now I like can't get ink on it. I'm so nervous.
just do it. It's
I know.
fantastic.
I
You've got
can't.
to do it.
There's like a little, I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, oh, there's a little bit of red. Like, oh, I just can't. I know it will. This does not diminish its productivity, but still, I know.
Exactly. And it's still, if of course you and I, we know how to take care of it. It's
Yep.
just really easy to clean with soap and water. But yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
And
it's
I
even though
saw
my
your water your water bottle. I think I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I might need to borrow one from school. Like it's No one will know. No, it's just kidding. Just
That's
kidding.
honestly why mine is black, is because at the hospital they're all clear. And they
Exactly. Well, you
know.
have to because you need to know what's in there. You can't have black. Heaven forbid you start putting ethanol on something. You're like, whoops.
Yeah, right. I even thought the one that I got came in a pack of two.
Yeah.
I did think about putting like isopropyl for stencils.
Yeah.
But yeah, then that felt like
Too much at work.
Yeah.
I know. Then you'd have to start like going, sanitizing your workspace. You're putting it down.
Exactly.
For those of you who don't know, Jaycee and I are both scientists. We work in very, very different fields, but the background is still the same. So I love your incorporation of science tools into your crafting.
I resisted it for a long time. I'll admit, like the vortexer that I have to spin my pure white ink spray. And I don't know why I waited so long, because I was just shaking it and wasting all the product basically, but it's perfect. I would 10 out of 10 like recommend a vortexer, and definitely like a nice little spray bottle for you.
I mean, it's perfect too because it comes. I mean, it's great. Sorry, everybody. We apologize in advance. Looking at the chat, I'm looking for any questions that you guys have for Jaycee, and I see Diane just said that she ordered the color. I'm assuming of ruby red, and this is Red Sunset. I just put these away.
Red Cosmos.
Red Cosmos. I apologize, everybody.
You're good.
I'm writing mine right now. And Red Cosmos set. I have to say that's my favorite. I just did Valentine cards, and I love this. It's such a beautiful red. Like the ruby red's perfect, and then the coral berry brings up the pink. So they're so pretty that you have with that one. Oh yeah, the frosty pink. They're so nice on that one.
And I'm using coral berry this time on the blush cardstock, which is not part of the color family per se, but I just kind of grabbed my first pink that I could see right to the left of me, and it was good enough. Oh, and I think I picked this one because it's in
the kit.
It's in the kit. That's why. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, there was a reason I picked this one. I could have.
Mitzi put in the chat the link to the Secret Garden retreat to grab these things. And again, that's going to be on May 16th and 17th. So we know we're going to see you all there for 2 days. I kind of like the new format of having the 3 classes in 3 classes. I feel that gives some time, and we put a lunch break in there. And again, because you have the recordings and you have them for as long as forever, you can go back and see them. And there's also a $30 gift or a offer, $30 off with Jaycee 26 Live, and you put that in, and that is just for the retreat. But as you look at it, if you're like, what are these? There's some extra add-ons, which are some inks and some papers and some other goodies. And if you're like, the reason why we did that is some people might have these inks already. And sometimes, maybe if you want to have it, you can. Or if you're like, I don't want extra inks, that way you can figure out, what it is that you would like to do. So, yeah, Lalise M175 was like 2 days is much better than too many. Because otherwise, remember when we were doing 6 in one day, which I'm all for it. I mean, it feels like a crafting marathon. Like you are in, man, and you are in it to win it. And it felt like a relief at the end because you're just like, yes, I made it to the last class. But I think having it paced out and the 90 minutes with each class and a little 30-minute, a little break in between, that's nice too. I feel like it's a good pace with everything.
Yeah, I agree. And, everybody crafts at different paces. I know a lot of folks want to craft along, which is awesome. We do give you the opportunity in our instructions to tell you which ones you should probably cut ahead of time if you want to craft along with us at a live session pace. I know, like, depending on who's moderating, sometimes we get to dilly-dallying, and it's not all business. We got to have a little bit of fun on the retreat. It's like crafting like we're all in the same room. So yeah. And yeah, so we go a little bit slower and we talk through the process, and it's just much more well thought out. And now that we have more time between sessions and more time in the session itself, there's definitely no pressure to finish. And like Amy mentioned, definitely rewatch the recordings. There's a lot of free content out there, y'all, and when, at least for me, when when you get these retreat kits, this is like premium. I want you to feel like you really paid for something. And so the content in it is really well thought out. At least, I'm an overthinker. I'm sure you are too. That's just the nature of our minds. So, um, yeah, it's just meant to be really thought out, well, really detailed, um, and still really fun.
Oh
Still
yeah.
really fun.
We have a lot of fun. There's a
Yeah.
lot of laughter, joking, community, and that's where, having the Facebook group is great because everybody's sharing ideas. We do shout outs at the end for people to share projects if you're able to do it. And then even the things that we do ahead of time where we have a homework night, so that way you can get caught up and you get your materials like a good 1 to 2 weeks ahead of time. So you have, and all of the instructions. And so if you want to practice doing a thing, you can definitely do that. Like Jaycee had said, it's great to have things die cut out if you want to, or some people just like to chill. And that's nice too, because then you can, I know people come in and they like actually take notes and just kind of watch everything. And then they go on their own time to kind of do and recreate those cards. And then my favorite part, of course, is when people go off script and then you just, but it's neat. And I think that that's what it is, because it's really about inspiration. And so if you're like, hey, I just want to go off script and see what happens, or if I add these colors or I put it this way, and you also get to share that with the community. And I think that that's a great part too. And then Jaycee gets to see that as well, and the other instructors. And I think it just comes to this whole piece. Look at the little green hanging out. I just love the green with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is fresh lemon, I think also in the kit. So then this one is not in the kit, but it was just like a nice way to add some dimension. And it's fairly new. I've been using it quite a lot lately. It's the Petal Shaper tool set. And this is perfect for petunias. I just thought this was the perfect time to get that my really desired petunias finally. So I will be using this just to add a little bit of dimension to these and create that nice little cupped feeling to these flowers. And oops, there's a variety of shapes or sizes. Sorry, there's a variety of sizes of the ball end. So you can create as little or as much detail, a little or as much curve, and what am I trying to say? Folding as you would like. But I'm just going to throw these on here. And it's so easy to work on.
I love that you're showing us this tool too, because I'm on the fence with this, so I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. I have not purchased this.
Oh, the pressure. Then you'll definitely see, like after this, so easy just to create these little cups, craft a flower. I mean, maybe because I love so much craft a flower. It's my favorite thing to showcase every month. And I just love using this tool set. There's like the times where you had to kind of curl petals with your hands
individually. I know, I know. Oh,
nothing's wrong with that, but I will say, if you're overambitious and you pull or like curl a little too hard, then they rip. I've had it happen to myself a few times, but this like gently works in and cups the petals for you. So it's just been such a nice professional feeling and a professional touch to this card.
I can't believe that it's an instant. I want to see it again because it's like instantaneous. It's just like all of a sudden it just goes boop, and you're not sitting there doing every single petal. That's awesome.
Just right there in the center. I'm sure if I used one of the smaller ends, actually, this one is smaller. We can get even more of a dramatic looking curl.
It just popped. Boop.
Yep.
It just popped right up.
There we go. So easy to get that dimension on here. So integrates really nicely. These kits, of course, will integrate really nicely with existing products, even if you do or do not have them. But there we go. And let me just show side view.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
So yeah, just enough to like pop right onto a card front. And then we have our little flower centers here. That was cut from fresh lemon. I'll just add these little flourishes to the center of each of my petunia inspired blooms.
I'm waiting to see how you pop these on. was like, how are you getting these on?
I'm using a liquid glue that gets a little tacky. That's sort of my trick on these with petals that have a lot of dimension on them. There we go. And then, of course, we need the perfect picker.
Oh,
So,
you have to show the two ends because this blew my mind that there's the white end and the gold end. And I'm like, why? This is like, it's that simple little like bit of brilliance. It's like, oh, this is how I can know which end is which end. Because you know, everybody does it. We pull off both ends because you're like, you know you need the one part. And of course, you get the end that you always open it to the side you don't need. But now you know.
and how you'll know is I was showing you this gold end here. Gold end is for metal, right? And then the white end is for wax. So that's how I know exactly which cap to pull off. And you're not here just like, you know, just a nice little trick to make everything easier, you know. Such a nice detail. But I'll just use that to pick up these little flower center pieces. So easy. There are replacement wax tips for these, which is so nice. But yeah, just quickly throw those on here.
And it is funny, like having the nice tools, having the right ones, and having them on there. It just helps so much when you have the right tools like that. And so I'm actually glad Altenew's, you know, I know you're using the tweezers as well. Again, on my show, I have a running joke of, I think we're up to like 1,235 uses of those tweezers, but they do everything. And I was always like, I like the other tweezers that were like always clamped down and then you had to press them to get them open. But I actually like these better. And they're so fine tipped that it really helps a lot. So these are really great to have.
Yeah. Together, especially with the needle and I just, favorite tools, definitely hands down favorite tools. If I was stranded, I would at least like to have my tweezers for sure.
Yeah. Kathy Zilski on the Monday live stream that we did for Secret Garden Retreat, she recommended adding a piece of washi tape to the middle of the Perfect Picker Guy so it doesn't roll off your desk.
I'll have to take a look at that.
I don't really have a problem, but you know, I know the gnomes. I don't know about your house. My house has a lot of little gnomes that like to come and take things. And then all of a sudden I look for them and I'm like, where did that go?
Oh, that's why I have two of them. That's why I have two of them, especially during the live sessions. It's just like, push this off to the side. And then where did it go?
I swear to God, they literally swoop down and steal things. Like, I know what's right there. Oh, this is looking. They look so cute. I see your vision of petunias in there. I definitely see them.
So then the next unconventional thing with, it looks like we're making good time. 15 minutes left. Is this cardstock. Now, bright greens, also another challenge for me. However, the recipe called for, it was chocolate something, Color Blaze Chocolate Drop. Another coleus. This one wasn't such a, like, the Amber Blaze one was a really big broadleaf coleus. This one was like surprisingly small. It gave like vine / sweet potato vine sort of vibes to it. They were much smaller and a little bit more rounded, and had this base color with a really deep reddish brown center to it. But in this color recipe, it just works so well. I don't know. I felt the need to recreate the palette in the card, but also the feeling in the card as well. So that's what's on here. And we'll just quickly kind of adorn and arrange this background. In my mind, I thought this was going to look so crazy, but because they're just colors that I'm not used to using. But again, I just really wanted the challenge this time around to see what kind of happens. And anything can happen in the secret garden, Amy. Like we know that, you know.
We know that's why it's a secret garden and it's locked. And only some of those can get in. Only some people can get in. And again, this is a wonderful retreat that's happening on May 16th and 17th. And We have 6 amazing instructors who've been doing some live streams where they've been able to show off and showcase some of the products. And you can go back to the Altenew YouTube channel to find those. And it looks like we might be having some issues with the chat on this, because let's face it, it can't be an Altenew Live this momentarily without having some gremlins. So could you let us know where you're coming from, how that chat is doing, especially for our YouTube friends? Let us know. Give me a shout out. I'd love to know where you're coming from. What was your snowfall total? 32 for me. And so I'd love to know where you're coming from. Are you a repeater? All right. We got Doris is coming to us. Can't wait. I'm so glad, Doris. I want to know how, like, is this your first time? Like, are you a repeater? Have you had 8,000 classes with Jaycee? Because he's an amazing instructor. Love to know on this one. And how many of you are loving Jaycee's in color palette? Because I got to tell you, I would have stayed far away from that background paper. And so I would love to know, because that background scares me. But now that you're putting the other ones, the leaves on top of it, it looks great. It looks great with that. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. I've been trying to look at the chat, but it's not really moving for me.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? That's
what I think is going on. I mean, we're having a lovely conversation, but I do like it when people add in some questions. So that way it's not just, not that let's face it, Jaycee and I could probably spend 12 hours together talking about. And there we go. Yep, I'm back. Woo! Talking about flowers, crafting, and science. And but it always is great when we have questions coming in from the audience. So those things as well. So let us know if you can put something on in the chat for us. I think it's just Doris and I right now. Doris and us. And Mitzi as well. Missy's in there somewhere.
Yes.
Oh, we got Debbie. Debbie's up with the color palette. Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah, maybe I have the wrong window open.
I don't think so. I think because Mitzi was saying she's having trouble with the YouTube. We've had a couple of YouTube comments come through, but we're just going to blame that entirely on YouTube at this moment.
Fair enough. They get us sometimes. It's just like, I have behaved all day. I was nice all day. And there we go. I think I pulled up the wrong chat. That's what I did, is I'm looking at just the YouTube one. I didn't realize there was some on Facebook. So there we go. Now I can finally see what we were looking at. Let's see. What was I doing here? I'm just trying to arrange this vine. I did have some offcuts that I wasn't sure about. So I kind of I'm going to drape them there and just kind of let them do whatever. And if I need to cut a few pieces, then I'll cut a few pieces. And just honestly let whatever happen. I know the set came with pieces to hide the keyhole alignment system.
All right, I think we might be frozen a little bit, and I don't know if that's me or Jaycee. Let me double check. It should be coming up in just a moment. Sorry about that, everybody. All right. We're going to give Jaycee just a moment. Looks like we're having some tech gremlins. And it's me. Hello, everybody. I think Jaycee will be coming back in just a moment, hopefully. But as we're wrapping this up, and I know we have just a few moments, and of course it's at the reveal time for Jaycee to show us that finished card with that amazing color palette. So awesome. This is your moment if you're like, I'm not really sure, or let us know if you are going to be attending the Secret Garden retreat on May 16th and 17th. It's such a great retreat. There's so many amazing products, especially if you happen to be somebody who likes die cutting. There's a lot of amazing dies in this set. And like Jaycee had said, it references books. And so that's another cat, references books. And so it's just a really amazing set. All right. So let us know as Sadie comes over and says hello to you. Hi, Sadie. Let us know right now, is this something that you have signed up for? Is this the first time for your retreat? And do you have a cat? who also likes to walk in front of you while you have live streaming. So let us know. And thank you so much, Terry, for moving over to Facebook. I'm just going to give Jaycee a couple of seconds here just to see if he can jump back on with us and see if he can come on in. I'm going to double check here on my end. And I'm so sorry, I don't have some amazing cards for you to share with you today from this set, but we'll see if we have that. And again, I'm just double checking for Jaycee can come and join us back for that one. Mitzi, how are we doing out there? This might be, oh, guess what? So excited. You know what? Tech Gremlins, we are going to beat you guys today. All right, let's see if I can pop Jaycee bigger. Jaycee, we got you. Maybe.
Oh, is my microphone on? Oh, Lens, they got me.
They are going down today. We have defeated them. We have defeated them.
Oh my. I was like, I'm frozen. Oh, you're frozen. We're all frozen.
It is very, very cold up here. So maybe that's just that all coming through. And I have to say, a lot of people are jumping over to Facebook, which you can definitely get this through the Altenew Facebook page. And so I see Ann is here, and I know Terry moved over, and Lori. Oh, Lori is a first timer. That's so exciting, Lori. You are going to be, I'm just excited because you're just going to have an amazing time with this. And when you get your kit, you're going to be like, what the heck? This is awesome.
So let's see, where did we pick off? I was just arranging these, honestly, before. I think that was the last thing that happened. You know what it is, too? It's not so cold. It's not so windy, or what am I trying to say? It's not so snowy here, but it's really windy in my area. And I don't know if that attributed to anything, or maybe it was truly just the gremlins who attacked the live stream. But
I think it's the gremlins. I have a hunch on things that at 5 o'clock in your area, which you are hitting right now, the internet companies like to downstream stuff. Does that make sense? Because a whole bunch of people are coming home to do the stuff. But all right, so now that we actually have people jumping over to Facebook, because there's no way to connect or to have comments. We have some questions coming in. Jaycee, are you ready for these?
Yeah, of course.
All right, we have Anne coming in from Norway, who's a little colder than where we are. Wendy from Quebec. Hello, Wendy, or bonjour, Wendy. How are you doing today? And we have Kavita is asking, is there a guide to start collecting Altenew inks? Is there a guide? Oh, yes, there is, Kavita. I'm going to see if I can grab it in. Will you talk about the amazing fresh dye inks, Jaycee, while I grab this link? Oh, and we lost him again. Oh, he's back again. Oh, man, we're going to make it, guys. We're going to make it to this
I'm
card.
determined to finish this card. I promise.
We're going to do it. I'm going to grab that link for Kavita, though.
I can talk about fresh dye inks. Is that what you were asking me?
Yes, please.
Of course. Fresh dye inks are great. They come in this round ink pad size or a mini square size. So whatever your stash needs or can fit, you have 2 different size options for you. And the nice thing about fresh dye inks is that, oh, where's my face? Is that you, they level out so nicely. So if you're a big fan of ink blending or blending on cardstock, as you see in this card, they just create such a nice, beautiful blends, minimal effort, and just really vibrant ink sets. And Altenew sells them individually. As you can see, if you just love Frosty Pink, feel free to pick up Frosty Pink by itself. Or if you just love having the set, like I do, who doesn't, right? You can pick them up by color family. And so this is Red Cosmos. Red Cosmos also contains these other 4 ink sets: Coralberry, Ruby Red, and Grapevine. And it's just a nice way to, build a certain range of values, which is great for getting realistic blends on your cardstock. So I think they're fabulous inks. And the pads, sometimes I get asked this, the pads are felt. So they give a lot of feedback when you press them onto stamps or when you use them with your mini ink blending tools. So just my preferred way. I know other companies do different things with their ink pads, but I like a felt ink pad. I like the responsiveness of it.
Oh yeah. And there's so much great color in there. And I just put in the color swatch guide, which is so great because I like to look on there. And Terry was just saying that she has full set syndrome. And it's nice because then you can see, like, do I want this? Do I not want this? Because you can actually see everything. And like Wendy had said, the color families, that's what brought me over to Altenew in the first place, was because if I want to craft, sometimes I want to like go all out and I want to plan and I want to be crazy. And then other times I just don't want to think. And so I want some things done for me. And because I can know if I'm stenciling or I'm stamping and I'm like, I just want a gradient of color, I can just grab all 4 of those and just move on. And that's really nice. Fresh dye inks as well. To buying the Debbie lets us know. So she said, I'd like a guide to buying the fresh dye inks. Check out the color swatch guide. And then there's some information. It's under the Explore. So if you go to the Altenew website for buying stuff, if there's an Explore section, and there's so much in there, so much freebies and everything. So it's I like that section because there's so much on there. Oh my gosh, look how you're putting your flowers in. Adorable.
Thank you. Thank you. Using the trusty tweezers, quickly getting these on here. Keeping in mind that I do need space for a sentiment. But honestly, yeah, it was that bright green cardstock. I was like, how in the world am I going to incorporate this? I have extra flowers. I plan for that. So we're just going to set those off to the side. I even have extra little bits here. So enough for another project if I want to. And yeah, let's add some splatter to this. And I mentioned my little vortexer. He's great at mixing my little fresh dye ink. So the cord's a little short, or I have the little band on it, so I can't show it in action in front of the camera.
I know. I need to know, do you guys know what a vortex is? I need to know in the chat if you're with us on Facebook, if you know. I'd love to know that. And they work great, and you can hear it a little bit.
It just mixes it up. It mixes it up perfectly for you.
And fast, and super fast.
Yes. If you love to get the re-inkers as well for your fresh dye inks, because all of the fresh dye inks also have re-inkers for continuous stamping. You never want to run out, right? It's great at mixing those colors so that you can get full saturated color every time when you stamp, even extending the longevity of the ink pads themselves. So.
Terry's people are like, I have no idea what this vortex is. Is it an ink blender thing? It is it's a little device that you put a test tube on, or anything that you want to be shaken up, but gently, and sometimes forcefully, centrifuge tubes, etc. And it will spin that liquid around inside of there. It's like a baby. So Terry's like, is it like a baby centrifuge? Yes, it is, and it's tiny, and it's like just fits the bottom of a test tube. And so it doesn't go on until you press it down, and then it goes and it vibrates. It's really
yes.
Star Trek.
Remove this. I just feel like this is the perfect time to sort of nerd out on this. Let me extend the cord a little bit.
Thank you, because I know last time.
Like there is shimmer on the bottom of this ink spray. This is Cosmic Berry. I want a little bit of that purple tinge, again, to replicate the chocolate drop coleus. And I put it on here, and it sort of vibrates. And it's a nice little massage.
It is. It's my favorite part of lab, was using the vortex.
And then it mixes up that pigment, so you can kind of see I still need a little bit more of the shimmer, so we'll keep doing that. But you just get less bubbles, which is why I prefer it this way. I think too hard about it. I'm sure you do too.
No, totally. And it makes sense. And again, it's going in it's centrifuging. So it's going in a circle like this versus if you shake it and you're shaking it up, right?
Yeah.
So it just kind of gently mixes it this way.
There we go. Perfectly mixed now.
Yeah.
And
all right. And we had a question, which I love, Kavita, that you jumped over here and you're asking these awesome questions. Because sometimes, for those of you who've been around Altenew a while, we always forget some things. So it's always great to have these questions come in. So really appreciate everybody adding the questions in. And she was asking the question between the monthly Ultimate subscription and the difference between that and the regular monthly releases.
Yes.
You have a
The
favorite, like monthly, like the subscriptions? And you mentioned
oh,
Craft a Flower before. So
Craft a Flower, hands down. Hands down my favorite. After that, Build a Garden, of course.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then you know what I've been really surprised with is stencil art.
Yes.
Perfect for those of you who are asking about the fresh dye ink sets and are willing or wanting to build your Altenew fresh dye ink collection. The stencil art sets that, you know, depending on what they coordinate so nicely with the inks. So you already have the set of 4 inks, and then you instantly create dimension like stencil art strong oak. It was oak something or strong oak.
I think you're right. I think it was Strong.
Fabulous. It was so good, and you could create red leaves, purple leaves. Era made this card that was just like a galactic leaf set. It was amazing. And yeah, from stencils, not even stamps, from stencils. So accessible.
And then I like the ultimate subscription because then you don't have to choose, you can get them all. And because you get them a month ahead of time, which is kind of neat, than when everybody else does. And they're less expensive. So, and that's really neat. And then if you're new to us, we have a live stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 3:30 Eastern, and there is a lot of inspiration that comes up with that. And that's different from the monthly releases because the monthly release is like a whole bunch of stuff that you can get, and those are coming out every month. And the subscriptions are just specific to, like Jaycee was explaining, that you can have the stencil art set, which is just a stencil you're getting, or a few stencils, but you're getting it, and that's what that is. So if you're like, I really love stencils, or I want to build that up, I can do it. The mini delights, I know I just did one with the cutest little sunglasses that are coming out. I'll have to show that. I have to grab that one. I did like a rainbow 1980s retro sunglasses one. I'm like, this is so cool. But those are really great. So that's the difference. So the monthly release, you can get, gosh, they're so cool. And there's usually like a theme within the monthly release. But those are separate from the subscriptions, because the subscriptions are going to come every single month. But the monthly releases are only, they come out that month, and that's great. And then the next month there's another different type. So
exactly. Yeah. So many options, so many great things that come out every month. And, I didn't want to reveal too much in the kits, So
I may have pressured Kathy in showing a few things. So I don't think we mind, honestly,
okay.
Justin. And let's face it, everybody here is now signed up, right? Everybody's already signed up. Sharon finally made it over to Facebook from YouTube. Hello, Sharon. So I know, let us, I think we're okay to see a couple of things. Oh, and look at that. Thank you, Mitzi. She just put a peek at the March release. Nice. So that one's coming up. So we haven't seen that yet. So that one's sweet.
Here's the next thing. Also in the kit, honorable sentiments. I didn't prepare a sentiment, which is why I don't have one on here. But I did. Okay. When I was meeting with the Altenew team about what I wanted to see in the kit, one of the things I asked for was a font that was in a previous kit, Magnolias. Magnificent. It was a Craft Your Life project kit, I think, but it had this beautiful, lovely script to it. And I was like, can I see that again? So they made it happen. And I just love the sentiments on here. I love I don't know, it's just that serene feeling. It's that peaceful feeling in these sentiments that I really love. So yeah, perfect on here. There's the die set.
Are you you're a font nerd, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay, yeah, okay. Sweet.
Totally.
Yeah.
So beautiful typographic on here.
I know, it's gorgeous. Crafty Piper's like, all the teachers love that set. I know, it's so awesome. Oh my gosh. Look at it. And the font is so like amazing. Love that font.
Yes.
So neat. And the fact that you get all the dies, so you can even cut out the sentiment strips, which is neat.
Yep, that's right. It's all contained well. Oh, let me just show the dies themselves. There you go. And what I love about a good banner die is that you can use it for so many things. I think these look like the same size as Timeless sentiments or versatile greetings. It's one of the sentiment strips that look like this, but whatever works. If you can make it work, it definitely fits. So I mean, truthfully, I could probably use this smaller die to cut out. These are, and if this is the thing, is if you're stuck on a sentiment, sometimes I don't want to pick. Um, but there is a freebie on the Altenew website as long with the swatching cards, with the watercolor swatching cards, with so many of the free Altenew guides. One of them is also a sentiment set. So I printed these sentiments on white cardstock, black and white versions of them. You can print them on Altenew's Crafting Necessities cardstocks, which is perfect. But I kind of just picked one. I actually had one earlier. This was the Thank You for Being My Safe Space. In true Libra fashion and almost Mercury retrograde, I changed my mind. So I'm just going to trim this one down, the You Are Awesome, just a little bit. I feel like this might fit a little bit better on my card front. Create some healthy space around here with the splatter. And there we go. I like that so much better. Yeah. Then I'll mount this as a finishing touch. We went a little bit over. I apologize, all of y'all. But hopefully you don't mind because we got to see another sneak peek of the kit that way.
And I'm going to ask you for one thing after you put this on. Can you show the book die? Can you show the bookshelf die?
Of course, of course.
That's all for you people out there who have been able to survive through us with all the tech gremlins.
That's right. I was like, hopefully we're going to finish this card and that'll be it. And then the tech gremlins will attempt to attack again and they'll be unsuccessful.
I'm telling you, it's a 5 o'clock thing. It's like it's 5 o'clock and then they just come out. That is their time. They sundown, man, and then they come out.
And here's one last look at the Antique Book Spines die set. Absolutely stunning. I may have used this one.
This is, and again, this is in the Secret Garden retreat. This is one of the dies that you get. If you are a die lover, this is like the set for you. This is the one where if you've ever been on the fence for a retreat, this is the retreat to do. And right now we have a $30 code that you can use that's good through Friday. And I'm going to say it's amazing. This set is hands down. I know they keep getting better every year. I cannot imagine it. Honestly, after this set, after what I saw, I'm like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is so good. So
and
good.
I won't show too much. I won't show you the inside because, you know, there's got to be a little bit of exclusivity if you got to join our little secret garden. But amazing detail in this set from what you can see on the front here. I hope in my class, I show you many different ways to use other items in the kit aside from what you just saw today. Because I mean, you'll have this kit forever. You'll have your videos forever. If you need to reference anything that I teach during the live sessions, it's there for you. But yeah, it's always just fun to continue the kit and see what we have going on. But this is the project I wanted to showcase. It was an unusual color palette for me and a little bit, you know, challenging to come up with the colors, but got to trust the process, see what happens. And in the end, I'm just really excited with how this turned out. Like, even better than what I thought in my little brain, what it was going to turn out like. Because, again, it's that background that I was unsure about. Why are we shaking? It's so windy. I'm so sorry.
We can't see it. It looks spot on. It's beautiful.
Okay.
We did have Kavita asked a question, and I'm actually curious too. She asked for like your top 3 like ink color families. I'd even say just one. Like, you know, just seeing how you're really able to take inks or even colors and kind of put them together. Because again, this background would freak me out, but it looks perfect with this. Do you have like a recommendation if you're starting for, you know, to like which 3 families that you would grab for if you're starting to build your fresh dye ink collection, or even one?
Yeah, I would say if I had to pick one, just based on personal recommendation, like I'm starting out, maybe I'm trying to find the perfect green, right? Mm-hmm. It's the Green Fields set. Let me just pull it out real quick. I'm going to go out of frame.
Oh,
because
so
Green Fields contains jet black. And that's perfect for your outline stamps. And it's just like that nice plant green, very neutral. I love this for like secondary green, just, yellow plus blue makes, this green. This is it. And then if I were to recommend maybe 3 other ink families in addition to this, I would recommend what I just pulled out, which was the Frosty Pink, Coral Berry, Ruby Red, and Grapevine. That's Red Cosmos,
Yeah.
because it's a nice primary red, and I'm thinking of primaries now. So primary reds are great. Then the next one is Pocket Full of Sunshine, because it has fresh lemon to me. That's like a nice primary yellow. And then after that, you can work your color mixing magic with mini ink blending tools to get all your secondary colors. And that blue, which I always...
I'm curious what you're going to say. I have 2 that I'm like, I don't know if I could choose between.
Yeah, and it's I think because before Marine Life came out, the one that I used to grab a lot was Lapis Lazuli, or Lapis Lazuli, because Ultramarine and Azurite were like the blues for me. And let me just show you. Oh wait. Okay, I'm going to show you something. It's not an Altenew product because I make it myself, but on here, this is that mix of blue values that you get. So it's just a nice, true blue, primary blue, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Let me show you Pocket Full of Sunshine.
That's a cute little swatch book glue.
Pocket Full of Sunshine. So that fresh lemon is such that really nice, vibrant yellow, mixable as well. And then I did this once, Amy, on a live. I didn't know what color was out yet, was not released yet. And I was like, here you go. Oh, oops, big oops. It was Tropical Tango, which I showed. Where's my little card for, maybe it's in here. There it is, Red Cosmos.
Yeah, those are, I would agree. Like, and then from there, when you get the primaries, you can go anywhere.
That's right.
Once you have those 3.
Yep.
Yeah, good call. I wouldn't, and I agree with the green fields. Those are the ones that even though it's classic, right? That is your perfect green leaf, I would say, on that one.
Yeah.
Well, Jaycee, thank you so much. And Mitzi, thank you so much for being behind the badge. And you know what? Too bad, Tech Gremlins. We won this round. We won it. We won this round.
Oh my gosh. The panic. I was like, let me keep my phone next to me. I knew it. They tried, but they couldn't beat us.
It's fine. No, we finished this, and you finished that card, Jaycee. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope we answered the questions when we finally figured out how to work the chat. So thank you all so much for being here. Jaycee, I'm so excited. And of course, where else can we see you if we need a little bit more Jaycee time?
Yep. So my username right there, jaycee.gaspar. You can find me on Instagram. That's usually where I'm most active. If you want to contact me directly, send me your Love Me project photos, tag me if you've created anything with Altenew. I'm inspired by my Perfect Pairing series on the Altenew channel, which I'll carry on to liaison into my Perfect Pairing series on the Altenew channel. I post roughly every second and fourth Sunday of the month, showing you new items paired with loved Altenew releases. And I've got my own personal channel as well. So if you just search for me right here, Jaycee Gaspar, you'll find my channel where I go live with Altenew, go live in general. And it's just fun to interact with the chat. And yeah, many ways to contact me or get in touch. And just have a good time, crafting in the little chat here. So,
well, we're so excited to see you guys at the Secret Garden retreat in May 16th and 17th. And don't forget to sign up soon so you can get that $30 gifts, $30 discount, which is awesome. And thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys around. Bye, everybody. Thank you.